Hello, this is Vanity Matters, and I am Blank Knight. On this channel, we super cool people will be playing a D&D game with you guys. But before we can do that, I, Blank Knight, will explain what happened in the previous campaign so you understand what's happened, as we will be, for the most part, we all be playing characters from that campaign. I hope you're seated. Okay, so there was these guys on a boat when they were suddenly attacked by magic swords and carpets. Oh no! The first roll ended with someone taming one of the swords, and then the rest died. When the ship took port, the first thing that happened was they went to a hookah bar. Eventually, they found out heroes were going missing or something, and then the Titan, this world has a version of the Greek pantheon of gods, of nature, killed some guards and such. Oh no! When they beat her, they fought the Berserker Titan, who went rah. Next was the tricky Titan of strategy, who almost got the lizard folk of this world to start a world war. Then he died before he could. The fourth Titan was the Water Titan, who sank a considerable part of the Azamar territory before they were killed. Lots of people lost their homes and were hurt in that fight, so the players went to a refugee camp to try and at least slightly help them. There they met the first two players of worth mentioning. Melric, the turtle monk, who was using his medical know-how to help with the injured bear, and Nokra, the half-orc rogue acolyte of Hades, who was there to profit from others' misfortune. With these new people in tow, the group went to a mind flayer cave, where Nokra did the nicest thing that she's ever done or will do, and tried to save Melric's life, but accidentally died, as you do from that. Her master in Hades took pity on that death and gave her another chance as a revenant. Also in the cave was Vincent, who is a fallen Azamar paladin sorcerer acolyte of Athena, trapped in a cage, and a previous member of the party who had disappeared, the sexy wood elf Nail, also in a cage, and a random human druid lady named Melissa, who was also there for some reason, though not in the cave. The cave was finished, and in the next city, Vincent and Nail got girlfriends, of which Nail's caught the pregnant. And next, let's see. The orc stuff. The orc president and vice president wants us to either kill or discredit the other, and we had to choose which path we would follow. We chose the path that didn't lead to a race being all killed, and came up with an elaborate plan, during the creation of which we randomly met all the gods of the party, to discredit the president, involving Vincent jumping out of the window dressed as the fat president. After that, the new orc president gave us special superpowers and sent us to the human territory to help stop the elves by getting their help, and they sent us to help stop the dwarves taking over the lizard folk land, during which Hades got Nokra pregnant. After helping the lizard folk, we met a winged kobold sorcerer called Tempest. After hearing about the Fire Titan, we went there, with Nokra being killed by an angel and turned into a snake for some reason, and then being replaced by a paladin called Daub. We fought and killed the Fire Titan with imaginary water snakes and gut punches, and then met Evil McEvilson, who stole the scroll from the corpse and left. We started travelling back to the orc territory through the human one, picking up a water genasi lady with amnesia who Merritt looked after, but also found out Nail had a hidden evil persona called Lion, who worked with Evil McEvilson, who Malric took responsibility dealing with due to his feelings of duty towards Nail. We did a job with the orc president in human territory, but when we got back, found there was a prophesied eclipse that signaled the start of a bloody war, and the demons attacking the gods of Titans or something. The water genasi who was travelling with us got mysterious on us, and told us to take her to a certain spot in the ocean, which turned out to be the water god city thing, and she turned out to be the current god of water, Amphitrite. We bought a lot of water advantage stuff there, and Nail gained unimportant other personalities. And Nail's personality, Raccoon, and Dorb all bought a baby turtle dragon, who Malric is mostly the one to look after. Amphitrite then tried to remove evil Nail from Nail's body, but Dorb mucked it up, and Lion was forced into Dorb's known body, and Dorb got a new Loxodon body. That's Elephant Man. Then got a vision of his homeland being attacked by Evil McEvilson, and after telling us this, rushed off to try and stop him alone. We got up to find a destroyed town with a dying Vincent in it, who we barely saved. After doing a job or two in the Azamar territory, Dorb insulted their whole race and lost an arm. Then we all got abducted by a violating tentacle monster. It had taken us to the Feywilds, and after Nail had a threesome with a random elf inhabitant, and Melissa for some reason, and got them both pregnant. We noped right out of there with a magical heart thing we had. We ended up in a in-between world where Athena coincidentally just died and Vincent became a god instead. Next, a portal appeared and suddenly an all-powerful god appeared, who worked like a warlock and looks like a tiefling and is called Calamity. She made us sign a contract so we can't kill her and she can't kill us, etc. And then we eventually ended up in the real world after going to a messed up world, that might be explained in another video, and asking Vincent to get us back from the Shadowfell. We found ourselves in the Arakrakra area and had to help them fight off an army of elves and some dragons with the help of a Bernie spider lady called Arachne Webslinger. Evil McEvilson appeared again and then left and then we went off to slay the Ice Titan to save some of the Arakrakra people it turned to ice, which we did. We met a giant dragon who was nice, pointed us to another even bigger dragon who was nicer, who sent us to a space where we could make stuff and we can go to any time. Nail had an orgy with most of the female members of the party. Vincent then sent us to the Shadowfell to kill a Titan lady who we killed right after Nail got a divine SED from her. Finished the campaign by easily beating the final boss by tricking Evil McEvilson into a barrel of holy water. There was an epilogue over the place of which took place over 2 years in game, where Nail, with the help of Malric, started a monastery to help train people, along with getting married to the previously mentioned girlfriend. Malric started a relationship and eventually got married to the water god Amphitrite. Dorb got back into a gnome and then tried to clear up his act by being a better person. Melissa gave birth and existed. We met a vampire lady called Elizabeth, who Malric and the others are looking after. Calamity turned blonde and ill or something somehow. Vincent stressed over something he wasn't telling us. Arachne Webslinger went off on her own to burn everything. Other things of note. The beginning had more things happening in it, but almost all of the people there for it left the group, and the GM for it doesn't remember everything, as that was over 6 or 10 months ago. Plus, it became more RP based around when I entered. Nail was there for it a lot earlier than I said, but the player had bad real life stuff that stopped him from playing for a bit. All the players I mentioned are not all the players of this campaign, but all those still in the game, mostly because people decided to leave themselves. The GM of that campaign will now be a player of the one we're about to do, and the player of Vincent and Calamity, same person, will be the GM. Nail got a guard Drake at one point, but that involved me talking about something with everybody else who's not here, and Nail being the only one still here. Okay, we have a magic boat that we can put in a bottle and carry around. Nokra's child sorta did survive Nokra's death by ending up in another world, is called Harken and might appear in the coming story. Those superpowers I vaguely mentioned will probably not be appearing in the coming campaign, as Doctor wants to do other special stuff. I cut a lot of mimics out of that, along with a few other less important things I also cut, but don't worry, we'll mention them if they become important or relevant in any way. And, Dorb has tentacles for the lost arm, at least before turning back into a gnome. And that's about it. That is all you need to know about the previous campaign before you start watching us. Except what happened in that one shot, but we probably get to that. I hope you enjoy watching us. Goodbye.